Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn, and this is September's reading for Cancer. I usually do this at the back end, but go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and follow, and most importantly, comment if this reading resonates with you in any way. The first three cards that we have here are the Death card in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. So off the bat, the Death in reverse card suggests that Cancer, you might not be releasing and accepting changes in your personal life and your personal growth, that you are being resistant to change. And we know that the only thing that is constant in this world is change. It's one of the things that we have to accept. And as a Cancer, as a water sign, going with the flow is the best for you personally, because it goes along with your nature, right? With the Knight of Swords in the upright, we're dealing with an energy of like being passionate about something, of charging towards something. You could be trying to start a new venture, start something new in your life. You could be working on starting a new business, working on starting a new relationship, working on starting a new family. But with the Knight of Swords, it's that passion and energy and drive that you are going to be having this month. But it looks like with the Ten of Wands, you might be a little overwhelmed with all the things that you're trying to do, because you might not just be trying to do one of those things. You might be trying to do all of those things at the same time. And so there is like a sense of being overwhelmed. So we're going to pull the rest of the cards for this month to see a little bit more about this energy. So off the bat, in addition to the three previous cards, we have the Page of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Page of Cups in reverse, the Empress, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what it looks like, Cancer, is that you are definitely trying to do a couple of things. You're working on like acquiring knowledge and wisdom, because you are trying to build a business, and trying to like implement the steps in how to do that, but also trying to get as much wisdom and knowledge as you can. It also looks like you're working on trying to get pregnant, have a family life, and really also just focus on like your family life. Like if you have children, focusing on that, cultivating like a beautiful home, working on like your own personal space at home, dealing with your children that you already have, or you are trying to you're trying to make a baby. You look like you're trying to go half on a baby, right? But you're also trying to build a business and work on a business. And so that is potentially the reason why we see the Ten of Wands here, because all of those things are feeling a little bit overwhelming to you, right? Let's take a look at the reversals that are in this spread, so that we can get like a clear understanding of what's happening right now. The clarification cards for the Death in reverse are the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so there are a couple of things present here. For some, not for many, there's an aspect of a physical death of a parent, particularly a mother, or a mother figure in your life that you're having a hard time processing through. There can also potentially be a loss of a partner, and that could potentially be a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus partner that you have broken up with, or there have been significant amount of changes in your relationship. Now, the only thing that is constant in this world is change. You cannot do anything about that. Change makes us grow. It closes one door and it opens another. And with the Death card in reverse here, you're at that precipice of closing one door and moving into a new space in your life, right? When people die, even though their physical body is not with us anymore, their spirit is still with us. So if you lost a mother, she's still with you. She walks with you every day. And so that aspect is something that you should be aware of and be able to use that knowledge to kind of help you deal with the pain of that loss. For most of you, the aspect of the death card is in relationship to this work that you're trying to do. It looks like you're really trying to build a business, to start a business. But you're trying to do this in a way where you aren't planning properly, right? So if you don't plan to succeed, you're planning to fail. And so there is like this idea here that you need to develop a plan for what your business is, for what you're trying to do with it. But also, most importantly, you need to understand that there's help available for you. It looks like you're really trying to heap everything onto yourself, and that you're trying to be responsible for everything for your business, for yourself, because really, in essence, it is like your baby, right? And so you don't trust anyone with your baby. You don't want to give anyone your baby over to anyone. And so you're trying to make this thing grow on your own. And that is admirable. But if there's help to be had, it doesn't negate, what you're doing. It's there to help you, right? So if you need help with something in specific in terms of building your business or in terms of starting your business, particularly like legal aspects of your business, speak to someone. That's like your best bet, okay? For some, this could also represent a little bit of, I don't want to say a fight, but like a little bit of a misunderstanding between someone. It could be someone that you work with. It could be someone in your family, but it's something there that shows that you need to kind of like step away from the relationship with this person and give it a little bit of space, especially with the Four of Swords present in the spread. Like a little bit of space is probably necessary to kind of help work through this situation. For most of you, there is a sense that there is a fear of failure. And whether this fear of failure is present in terms of like you're working on your business plans or putting yourself out there with this business that you're trying to create, but also if you are trying to actively have a child, you might be kind of like fearful of failing at that. And this is like a self-imposed ideology that you have, right? In the traditional Rider-Waite, the Eight of Swords is represented with a woman who is bound and surrounded by swords, and she thinks that she's trapped, right, by these swords. But really, if she was to take those blindfolds off, she would see that she could potentially just walk out of these swords that are surrounding her. So it is an emotional thing. It's a mental thing, sorry. It's a mental thing where you think that you are trapped by certain things, where you think that there are certain limitations placed on you. And really, in this time and space, you are limitless, Cancer. There's nothing that you can't do. You just have to think about the way that you're going to do these things and reorganize your life. This is kind of like the reason why the Queen of Pentacles energy is there. Like, we're still in Virgo season, and Virgo is about planning and preparation and sitting down and really plotting out the steps that you're trying to take. And that element is missing from your game plan right now. So I think with the presence of the cards that are there, the Death card is asking you to release that aspect of yourself and step into a new way of doing things and kind of like go with the flow, which is in line with who you are. Like, you are a water sign, so going with the flow on this is the best way to proceed forward, right? The Page of Cups reversed is clarified by the Justice card, the World card, and the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is a confident, determined, vivacious person. She can do anything she puts her mind to. She's literally here trying to go out and get this thing, right? Get it life, full force, right? And I think the thing that is that you're being reminded of with the Page of Cups in reverse is that you're like really doubting your abilities, and you shouldn't. And this is a phase of your life that you have to kind of like overcome to kind of like step into your own light and to step into who you are supposed to be. And just to realize that there's really nothing that you can't do, right? You are capable and you are able, and you are a force to be reckoned with. And so having that thought in your mind is necessary right now for you to gain the confidence that you need to gain to really tap into your creativity and what you're trying to create in this life, because the Page of Cups in reverse is showing that you're like really doubting yourself at this time, and the clarification card is showing that you really shouldn't doubt yourself. That part of yourself is the part of yourself that you need to leave behind and close the door on, and really trusting your being able to do the things that you set out to do. If you just put the work in, you can definitely do it. The Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Four of Wands in reverse. And so really, like, you're really in this transitory period where you're trying to work on creating the life that you're passionate about, right? Trying to put in that work and to bring all your ideas together, really to get the coins, but really to get that life that you really see for yourself, and like really build that from the ground up. And that's really where you're at right now. So also the Ace of Pentacles is showing us what I like to refer to as like that Daddy Warbucks energy, that benevolent uncle energy. And so you can really understand that when you put work into what you want to put work into, that you're going to be blessed threefold, right? This is going to work out for you financially speaking. And so this investment in yourself is a worthwhile investment that you definitely should make. I wanted to double back to this portion of the card and to tell you that planning and preparation are like the perfect recipe for success, right? You're going to be getting an influx of new ideas, creative things that you want to work on. Make sure that you write them down. Make sure that you keep a record of them. Some of them you may not be able to work on them right now, but that is definitely something that you can come back to and kind of like flesh out a little bit more. Also, in terms of those who are working on having a child, rest is very important, right? I want to tell you a story about a friend of mine who was trying to get pregnant for a very long time. I mean, doing all the things, fertility treatments, going to see a chiropractor, but her other parts of her life were very hectic and very stressful, and she's also just very focused on getting pregnant and just stressing herself out. And once she stopped stressing herself out about that, she became pregnant and didn't even know she was pregnant. So that, I felt like that's a story that I wanted to pass on to help you to not get frustrated at the possibility of not getting pregnant if that's what you're working on, because that is something that is coming towards you as well. Pertaining to the nature of this relationship with this Queen of Pentacles energy, if you are having a dispute with someone or having like a hard time communicating with someone that is an earth sign, you need to give a little bit of space, right? Take a little bit of space to really reflect on the nature of your relationship, how important it is to you, how you're communicating with this person, if what you're saying is getting across to them. There definitely needs to be a little bit of a space between the two of you to kind of like avoid conflict, but also for you to get the opportunity to get a more perspective about where this person is coming from. And again, Queen of Pentacles is like an earth sign. It's a feminine energy. A Cancer, a Taurus, or a Virgo individual in your life, like if you are having a dispute with them, give it some time, give it some space. So on to the advice card, and the first advice card is Hermit, which is a call to retreat and recharge. Take time to rest and recuperate in order to continue your growth. Benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. The Hermit card is one of solitude and meditation. It represents your capacity to go within and arrive at the cave of your heart. Many of the answers to your problems lie within. And if you don't take the time to reconnect with yourself and feel comfortable alone, you won't be able to hear the messages that are rising up inside of you. The cross-legged meditation position of the cave-dwelling sadhu on the card is an invitation to harness the power of your meditation practice. The Sri Yanta symbol behind him represents the union of masculine and feminine energies, hence support from the Mother, Father, God. You've been working hard and giving your all to your current situation, and it may become draining and detrimental to your development unless you retreat and recharge your energies. So you're being guided to take a step back at this time. If you are working on bringing something together, your over involvement could impede the process, so retreat and breathe. If you have something to say or do that could have a larger impact on your life, spend some time in deep thought, even contemplation before moving forward. Often, when we rush in, we don't see how destructive our actions can be. So meditate and listen to your soul's wisdom before proceeding. And that, like I said, that goes to speaking about the Four of Swords card that showed up, but also the Knight of Swords. Like rushing forward into something with unplanned energy, not grounded energy can like really mess something up. So you have to take the time to like really sit with it, especially when you're trying to think about how to implement new ideas into what you're already doing, or just how to start new ideas. Really sitting with it and like planning it out and just taking the time to just think on it before proceeding is really helpful. The second card is the Moon card that says, take note of intuitive messages. Use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages. The Moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the Sun is God, the Moon is Goddess, and so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cyclical energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behavior. So when the Moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The Moon has a dark side, not dark, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. Lunar energies are supporting your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the Moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The Moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark, so ask yourself if you're avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears and you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, you know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The Moon has no secrets. She reveals all. And this can even, pertain to revealing you to yourself, especially the aspects of yourself that you try not to deal with, in terms of looking at where you're limiting yourself based on your own thoughts or anxieties or feelings of not being good enough. Like, those things are things that need to come to the surface. So pay attention to what happens during the next full moon cycle that'll be happening in about a week or so, to see what intuitive information comes to you. And intuitive information can also come in the form of like just new ideas also that will help you work on your business, but also ways in how to work with others to help you build your business. The last advice card is for Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace and happiness over the need to be right. Rather than trying to prove a point, save your energy for what's important. The Peacekeeper is a wise Native American woman who has been influenced by a white Buffalo woman. She holds a peace pipe, which is emblematic of surrendering the need to fight and offering harmony instead. She is a soul who knows what it's like to feel under threat and to stand up for what she believes in and what is right. Her medicine helps you to take the higher road in every situation, even if you're under pressure to make a quick decision. It is a reminder that within your hands lies the power to make the right choice for all involved. You may be feeling on edge due to a stressful situation. There's a warrior within you that wants to rise up, prove your point, and get the truth across. But you're being reminded by ancestor wisdom. The truth will always be revealed in the end. It's more important at this time to avoid arguments or heated discussions where you know you'll be fighting a losing battle. There is much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within and the intuition that will lead you towards the healing of the whole situation, along with any wounds it may have inflicted on you. Choose peace. You know it's calling you. And so that like I said, goes back to whatever discrepancies you're having with the earth sign Queen of Pentacles person in your life. Like the cards were saying before, just to take a step back from that situation, right? And let it kind of sort itself out. So this is the end of the reading. Thank you again for listening. I hope that you got something out of it and got what you needed. Please comment below and let me know how this is manifesting in your life at this time. Like, share, subscribe. See you soon, Cancer.